and welcome my fab fans to Glam's new video. Anyway. A belief I will firmly stand by is that animals are more important than people, and yeah. Hope you can respect that as much as I can, because it's just valid, you know? I've never had animals hurt me. Well, I have had dogs hurt me. I've never had cats physically harm me too bad. Usually it just tickles. Like all these little scratches, that was the cat and biting and scratching me, but it tickles so much that I just kind of enjoy it. But I also know that that's just a me thing, but a lot of people who love cats understand that it's just gonna happen. You're just gonna get bit. If you have a cat, you're gonna get scratched, you're gonna get bit, jumped on. It's how cats play. And it is a form of love. And it's a kind of love that I typically enjoy, yes. I love cats. They're the best. Like, if I had, like, a trolley problem, if I had to choose between saving one cat and one person, even if it was a baby, I'd still pick the cat. Because what if the baby becomes a serial killer? But the cat's just gonna do what cats do. Which is probably why I would be more likely to be a villain than to be a hero. My joints feel like they're pulling apart from each other, and I don't know how to fix that. Other than pretend like it's not happening. Also, my still just now realizing what I meant when I said that my brother is the worst personality of both parents. He got the bad from both sides. Her just now realizing what I meant. Also, how does my brother go from, we're not signing, we're not gonna, like, have the lease again, and I want to buy a house with you. What the fuck? He said to her, I don't want you to be here anymore. And then said, yeah, I want to buy a house with you. Eric, I feel like you've missed a few steps. I feel like you should have said it in a way of like, I don't think we should be in this apartment together anymore. I think we should find somewhere better so that we can be happier. But the way he put it was that he just didn't want her around at all. And now I'm just like in a situation where I'm just seeing both of them communicate and misunderstand each other, and there is just no communication patterns that they understand. There's just none at all. There is mostly just yelling for no reason, and I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm baffled, I'm confused, I don't know what's happening, and it's overwhelming because I'm around it a lot. My joints hurt. Ah! Ooh. The reason I'm using my pliers is so that I don't have to use my fingers to do as much work, because I have physical issues now with my hands. And my mom also has these issues, which means it's happened a little quickly for me, and I shouldn't. I need my fingers to work, please. Don't give me arthritis so young. I'm really good with my hands, apparently, though. Imagine having to teach someone how to use their hands to please someone. That was a first. I mean, I'm proud of myself because I did describe it really well. But I think this is also why people tend to masturbate when they're young. But I guess they're also old enough to be to know what it's like to live without internet. So, I guess that's also valid. sometimes I'm watching a streamer and I'm just like, wow, you're old. I will say this is looking really fun. Ow. That was really wet. Okay. You know, about the fact that the brother that originally offered 200 thought about himself and how he could make profit more than he thought of his own sister really shows just how awful siblings are to each other. Like, I could make, like, triple the amount for this bike. And then she's like, I have hip issues. Why didn't he offer it for me first? Been looking for one for a while, within budget. Is typical sibling behavior. Also, people not expecting me to talk about things that I see in real life. I see some wild stuff. Also, it's my dad's landscaper that even started this conversation. Also, people questioning me parking in my own driveway. In my family, wild. But maybe if y'all parked together in, like, the order that y'all needed, maybe we wouldn't have these discussions of, oh, do you have to get out this morning? Or just tell me if you need to back out early. Also, my landscapers for my house, they ride bikes because they don't have cars. They're electric bikes, though. But they drive kind of like motorcycles. But I feel like at that rate, why not just get a motorcycle? Like, I get it, it's electric, but I feel like at that rate, just get a motorcycle. I don't like it when the wire does not do what I want it to. Oh, I also, made fun of, the brother of this sister that bought the bike, and I was like, well, technically this is, like, some signs that you may be autistic. And she was like, yup, and you yuppers. And I'm like, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It just means you have a different communication style. Meanwhile, his sister being like, he just doesn't talk right. He has such a bad communication style. And he also made fun of himself, being like, I guess I must, like, have, like, Down syndrome or something. And I'm like, that's not how that works. But also, I'm pretty sure Down syndrome is like an extra chromosome. So you can visually see it a bit more. While autism is more of an invisible illness in some people. Some people, they do look different. They do look like there's something mentally wrong with them. But then there's some people you can't tell until you talk to them that there's something else going on. Some people do look like they have a mental illness. They do physically look like there's something going on. Sure, but that's not common. I will also state I do not know anything about Down syndrome. I have not studied it. I've studied mostly autism and autism symptoms because I know I present with a lot of them, especially with my speech patterns and how I think and portray things. My definitions of things are very strict and sought out. Like when someone was like, oh, you have to have nose hairs, and I'm like, it's peach fuzz, not hair. Hair is this long stuff that's on your head. Peach fuzz is that, like, blonde hair that is, like, very small and almost invisible to the eye. Like, usually people have, like, peach fuzz on their legs. But then a person assuming I meant, like, no hair at all and thinking you're lying. And I'm just like, no. Your definition is just different than my own. It's not a lie if you're talking with a different vocabulary. Which is why I had to learn how to speak to people and explain how I think and what my thought is behind things. My manager, luckily, he's like understandable. And he's like, yeah, it took me a while to get used to you and realize that you weren't intentionally being rude or like thinking I was incapable of things. You were just genuinely trying to be helpful. And it was really hard to not get angry at you at the beginning. But you were completely harmless. And not trying to be insulting. Which is true. I am completely harmless, and I am not trying to be insulting. But I guess that is why I think it's important for people to understand different forms of communication and how everyone does think and react differently to things. We are not going to be the same as everyone else because everyone is completely and utterly different. Oh, who knew? Oh me, oh my, everyone is completely different and confused. At all times. This is so cute. I love this headband already. And now I'm gonna add hanging bits and chain. But first, just gonna put stuff away because organization is very important to me. You know what? I'm actually sweating. That means I drank enough water. That's a good thing. I should probably drink more. A lot of people are like, oh, sweating, gross, I don't want to be feeling that. And then I'm just like, that means my body is working properly. Yay. Everyone reacts completely differently to things. Does sweating feel nasty? 100%. But you know what? At least I know my body is working properly. Which is why I won't complain when I sweat. Because it means I'm not overheating. It means I'm actually regulating my temperature properly. Which is a great thing for me, because I am not good at telling when there's something wrong. I will say that I don't want these chains to be that long. And I know that the original one had butterflies, but I don't have anything other than my stickers that are butterflies. But it also had fake feathers. So I'm gonna add multiple hanging things. phone paused on its own and I did not like that. Okay, so I realized it's getting late and I'm tired, so I'm gonna end this video here because I can record in the morning and hopefully I'll finish this in the morning. So peace, love, have a good night my fab fans, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.